Sometimes words can create confusion and disagreements. So if you take the words out and replace that with music and express the same emotion, you will be able to convey the same message without any confusion, and everyone can understand that. When you take an instrument out of its birthrights and traditional expectations of scales and rhythms and put it into its polar opposite, you get something very new. And that is what I was trying to do with my album, Where I Belong. I picked instruments that best represented an emotion, and be it from the Far East or the West. However, make the instruments work with each other in a way so that it would feel natural, so that it would feel it was always meant to be. Beautiful. My goodness. Just a question.
Sure.
I like the staccato effect, but then before you get to the end of this, like, can we smoothen it out and become legato? So
yeah, sure.
Exactly. You're coming to, like, you know.
Yeah. Happy customer. Sajjad has a really incredible enthusiasm about music. That's actually very rare to see somebody who's just so thrilled with the idea of playing music, and even when we're doing these takes, and Sajjad is just so happy when there's like a good take, and he's just really, it's almost like he just really appreciates every little last drop of the music, and I think that's an incredible gift that he has.
When I found out that Sajjad was self-taught and was composing all this stuff on his own, I was quite surprised. And the fact that he had all these wonderful world-class musicians, that made it a really exciting project for me. And I was actually quite thrilled to be part of it.
I've collaborated with Sajjad on his project for one song that's got lyrics, Far Away. It's a beautiful song in that it's talking about love that is distant.
Each stone can't disguise the truth from goodbyes, feeling the pain, tasting the pain, breathe the pain. Wake up to find what's left behind. Where it ended, it can begin so far away.
The ideas that he contributed and the ideas that I contributed, I think, really worked well together because the foundation was so beautiful and so open with the chords that just adding a little bit of guitar, I think, was, maybe you could say, the icing on the cake.
We wanted a kind of a James Bond kind of feel to it with the edginess of the singer and thing, and the power of that. And I was very pleased to be able to provide him with that.
Worlds torn apart, far away.
sounds like it's a great record, what I've heard so far, and some really, really good melodies, and I can see that I think a lot of people will really enjoy it.
And Sajjad has a very unique passion and focus on what exactly he wants to get out of something and how he wants to achieve it.
And sometimes when you work with producers or whatever, they can be very contrived and very controlling. So Sajjad was very giving of space, which I think says a lot about him and his trust in my own performance.
Each musician brought a specific school of thought, different life experiences, and a passion for the instrument that they play. So anyone who knows Johannes or anyone who knows Zhao Shu Lin, Donnie Roberts, they will be able to recognize their signature style playing from my album.
With Sajjad's music, I found it very eclectic, and I found it very like world music. What I liked about the actual tracks was the fusion of Western music and classical music with Eastern music. I could really get into the music, especially playing my soprano, because it's got that voice.
When you go up to there, it always sounds like there's a funny note. There. See what's happening? You're rolling up, and it sounds like this, right? And I just wonder if right. Yeah, I think that these are where the little moments are a little more difficult than they need to be. He's very open to new ideas and open to other people's experiences, which I think is really refreshing in this day and age.
The one thing I cannot deny is the contribution made by John Jameson, the co-producer on my album. He's an extraordinarily gifted composer, a producer, and a piano player himself, and relies on the heart rather than any science or mathematics.
The way I tend to look at music is that I'm not an engineer, per se. I can speak all the lingo and use all the dialogue that's necessary in order to get the information out and understand if somebody says, can you tweak that 4K a little bit? I understand all that. But my approach to all of it is from a musician's and a songwriter's standpoint. It's a collaborative effort with the artists that I'm working with. Ears tell me it feels right, it sounds right. That's generally the way that I have a barometer that tells me how things are working out.
He made so many countless suggestions to simplify rather than complicate and bring out the most dramatic effect in some certain parts of the songs. So he is ultimately the reason why the music sounds the way it does today on the album, and I'm grateful that he agreed to co-produce the album.